I'll pick up 7 to 8 people or so, something like that, and we'll pass it to Jay. Let's see, Rusty, WK5R. Rusty, you here?
Yes, I'm here. Go ahead.
All right. We got the full staff here tonight. My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin, and tonight I'm on what I call the very first single sideband exciter that was available to the commercial market. Central Electronics 10A from the year 1951. Back when General Eisenhower was figuring on being president someday, Central Electronics puts out about 8 watts of phasing single sideband with suppressed carrier, and I'm using it to drive a single little 807 novice rig that I converted to a 1-tube amplifier, and that's putting about 30 watts into my Drake L4B. We got about 350 watts going out the door this evening. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related, and this is a great place to ask for technical advice. I ask for it here all the time, and I appreciate the great expertise that's present here. Let's talk to my neighbor George, TXW. Talk to us, George.
Hello, winner all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. I'm on the S line, of course, 32S1, 75S3, 3001, Shure 444, and the 75-meter dipole out in the woods here. So, no Austin noise here, just light atmospherics from somewhere. Pretty quiet night here. And I guess it'll get better as the sun goes down. So that is it. WB5TXW back to net.
Sounding great, George. All right, let's move on over to Kenneth. AG5XP. Talk to us, Kenneth.
Yeah, thank you, man, and the rest of y'all for putting this show on. This Kenneth, AG5XP up here in Brownwood. Tonight we're on the old helicopter setup. Got the SX101 receiver, got a HT32A transmitter, and the HT33A amplifier, the 2040 East Kit tuner, and going out to a G5RB antenna, and got it all operating off this D104 microphone. That's what we got here, Lynn. Back to you.
Yeah, that's the station we got to know you on when you first started coming by here, wasn't it? It's a great example of Hallicrafter's early stuff.
Yeah, right as that. Yeah, I love it. It works pretty flawless. They don't have any trouble out of it at all so far. Just keeps it going.
Those were the great days for Hallicrafters, and nice work on your part to have such a nice example on the net this evening. All right, KA5CXG, talk to us, Bob.
I will do that. KA5CXG out here in San Angelo. We're supposed to be getting some storms, but I don't worry about things like that. Anyway, hearing everybody real well, hearing KL7CD pretty good too. I don't know why y'all aren't hearing him, but he's coming in here pretty good from north of Little Rock. And let's see. As far as looking for stuff, I am looking for a DX40. I'm getting nostalgia for the novice days, I guess. I'm looking for a DX40 with a, whatever that VFO was. I can't remember. The little VFO everybody used to use so much with heat kits back then. Somebody's got a working DX40, please let me know. I'd love to have one. And let's see. I had something for Justin. Justin, you write this down. For every set of finals you're going to go through on that 520, get yourself some extra 12BY7. That's the driver tube. I promise you that you're going to go through more driver tubes than you are sets of finals. And I always kept some 12BY7s around here. I still have some. But 12BY7, that driver tube, they always go out. I don't know why, but I've probably replaced every 520 I've ever had. I've probably put 1 or 2 driver tubes in it and left the finals alone. Anyway, that's all. Everybody have a good week. Catch y'all next week. Everybody's sounding pretty good in spite of all this static. That's it. K5CXG.
Nicely done, Bob. And the DX40, I had one too. It was a great novice rig, absolutely. And did fairly decent carrier-controlled AM too. And about tubes, I've got plenty of those kind of tubes around here, so don't anybody waste any money buying one in the store. We can fix you up here. All right, I'm going to talk to the next group of earlies up to DYA, Cliff. Cliff will be the last guy I'll pick up, then I'll give this thing to Jay. So, DK, Don, talk to us, K5LYN.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, everybody. Good to hear all the signals. And I have a bunch of tubes also, so if somebody's looking for something, just reach out, like Lynn said, before you buy something. This is Don. I'm in Spring Branch, Boulevardy, north of San Antonio in the hill country here. And I'm on my normal, boring Drake TR4 station with just a D104 microphone. And I'm driving an L4 amp, but that does not have a B on it. It's got like a serial number 19 early amp. And I'm running legal and out through a automatic antenna tuner to a double extended ZEP that survived the freeze and all the ice. So good to hear everybody. And the world's going crazy, so every Wednesday's like a nice evening to come here, everybody. Back to you, Lynn. W5DK.
Okay, Don. Yeah, about the tubes, I think we can keep people fixed up here. In fact, I think our prime directive in these times, unlike acquiring the radios we wanted when we were 15 years old and couldn't have one, now the prime directive is to keep all this stuff from going to the dump. So I'm on board with that idea. All right, K8WOZ, talk to us, Dan, K5LYN.
Yep. Good evening, Lynn, and all the aficionados on here tonight, and the guy that's tuning up. This is Dan, KWOZ, middle of Houston, Sanctuary City. Talking about a Kenwood 830. And I'm driving an old Hallicrafters Loudon Boomer with a single 3-400 in it. Putting out about 500 watts. And I'm powering that with a brand new homebrew power supply I finished today. And it seems to be doing good. This is the most compact high voltage power supply I've ever built. 2360 volts, and it's about half the size of a shoebox. So it's working anyway, and it hasn't overheated and thrown any sparks at me yet, so I guess we'll keep it. That's it from here, Lynn. Antenna's about 40-some feet up in the air, and it's hot here today. KWOZ, back to you.
It's absolutely talking up a storm, Dan, and nice audio on your part. Good to hear you this evening. Okay, KC5L, what about it, Tom? Over to you.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio, and tonight we're talking unusual here, the Central Electronics 200V transmitter and 600L amplifier with the D104 microphone. Johnson KW Matchbox, homebrew doublet up about 15 feet, and we're listening on the R390A. And your Central Electronics 10A is sounding great as usual. That's about all I have this evening, Lynn. Back to you, KC5L.
All right, Tom, it's always fun to talk Central Electronics to Central Electronics. It's been a long time since people got to do that on a regular basis. Good to hear you. Nice signal into Austin. Okay, WA5EDX, Byron. How about it? Over to you.
Yeah, Lynn, and the rest of that. This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray in beautiful Bluffdale, Texas. Tonight, yes, we are on a boat anchor. Yes, it is a Kenwood. As I mentioned prior to that, it's 820S. One I've been working on the last couple of weeks. I think I picked this one up in Belton back in April, and got it going. The only thing left to do on it, if I put the meter in ALC position, it pegs to the right. So there's some ALC troubleshooting I need to do there as a minimum. But I've replaced all the wheat bulb lamps on it, and did some other things that needed. But I hope it sounds okay. Of course, the MC50 mic, I'm paired up with it, and up to the old inverted V. I'm about 35 feet. That's all I know for sure. It's been a little cooler here the last couple of days, and it's good to have a few days without rain so I can get out and do some antenna work. Go to the ham lunch, the Grand Prairie ham lunch today, and pick out on Mexican food.
Back to you, man. K5LYN, WA5ADX.
Okay, Byron, nice to hear you. And yeah, about the rain. I've been scheming on what day this week I can find my yard dry enough to mow it and won't have to mow wet grass, because it's a real pain in the butt when you have to do that. And I think I've scoped out Friday morning, probably the most likely time to get that done. Good to hear you this evening. Okay, KE5Q, what do you say, Jim?
All right, K5LYN to the left, KE5Q, and well, we had rain a couple of days ago, and but it's everything is dry now. But we're supposed to get some more rain, I think, on Friday. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, tonight we're on the Kenwood 530S via Byron WA5EDX, and we're on the Shure 444. And I think there was a discussion earlier about the MC60 versus the Shure 444. And the test that I have done on air with Byron and other people is that the Shure 444, I guess right here on this frequency, sounds better than the MC60. So we're going to stick with this one. We're going into the Heathkit SV200, the one that I built in college. I can't tell you how many years ago that was because I can't remember. But that's going into the Ultimax Double Bazooka 8040. So that's the story here from Plano. K5LYN, KE5Q. Thanks for calling the net, guys.
Sounding great, Jim. Good to hear you this evening. Okay, I'm going to call WB5DYA Cliff, and then let's see if we're going to be listening. I haven't heard Marshall yet, Cliff. If he's around, we ought to take a break and ask about him. But the three of us had a meeting of brilliant minds this past week. Over to you, Cliff. DYA, pick it up. K5LYN.
K5LYN, here is WB5DYA. Hello to the group. We're upscale tonight. We're on a Kenwood night, TS890, Maritron, and a high dipole. Comments on microphones. I hear a lot of talk about one sounding better than the other, but the first thing you've got to do is make sure that your carrier frequency is in the right position of the slope on your crystal filter. And Yaesu manuals have very specific instructions for that. I don't have any Kenwood manuals laying around right now. But before you start declaring one microphone better than the other, be sure that your carrier is properly positioned on your crystal filter. And Justin, the other thing is make sure your Kenwood has a fan. Yaesu fans on the FT101 stuff were all options. I don't know if fan was standard on a Kenwood, but the secret to 6146 life in a Yaesu or a Kenwood is totally dependent on airflow. So make sure you got a fan and make sure it's pulling air. Those fans can clog up, and you can take them apart and clean the bearings out and lubricate them. It's not a brain surgeon job. Back to net control, WB5DYA.
I agree with your observation, Cliff, absolutely. Although I've got two vintage rigs over here that the crystal oscillator has drifted so far you can't adjust it back to where it needs to be. So there's still, you get like the Drake TR3s are an example of that. They've just about gone so far that you can't pull that crystal back where it needs to be, but it certainly does affect the audio quality for sure. Hey, let's see, Marshall, W6MWS, are you in somewhere? How about it? K5LYN.
Yeah, good evening to you, Lynn. This is W6 Mike Whiskey Sugar, Marshall up in Arlington. I just got in here, so I must have been a little bit late. Anyway, well, I was doing honeydews, so all of you know about that. Anyway, I'm running my 830 tonight into the Henry, and then out to a 80 meter, actually it's probably a 75 meter loop up around 25 feet. And you guys are coming in good. And Lynn, I had a wonderful time with you. there with Cliff. We learned a lot, and we're both very impressed with the way you adapted those boxes. That was incredible. Anyway, back to you, Lynn, and thank you guys for doing the net tonight. This is W6, Mike Whiskey Sugar.
Yeah, okay, Marshall. Yeah, I thought we had a great meeting of brilliant minds, and I'm on that Central Electronics 10A that I was showing you how we built the transceive adapter. But I had a lot of fun. Glad y'all were here. Let's do it again sometime. Over.
Oh, absolutely. And my lady is reading about the Lily. What is it? Lily Lake? I don't know. We may be doing that next summer.
Well, we might do it in about July when it's too hot to be in Central Texas. That's the best time because it's nice up there that time of year. Over.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for the tip.
All right. Good to hear you. All right, Jay. Better take this thing and run with it for a while. KM5QS. What great fun we're having tonight. K5LYN.
Okay. Yes, sir. It's been a good day so far. And we'll see what we can do with it. I got a few left on here. What I'm going to do now, I don't know if I can hear Mike or not. Maybe it's gotten better since then, so I'm going to start with KL7CD. And Bob, if you can hear him and I don't, let me know when he's through. If I can hear him, I'll chime in. So KL7CD, Mike, your turn.
Okay, Jay, KL7CD here. In Greers Ferry, Arkansas. I've cobbled together, when you tear a station down with multiple boat-anchor rigs and you move them 635 miles, you'd think you'd be able to put it back together and everything work okay, but that hasn't proven to be the case. So I've got cobbled together a menagerie of pieces of equipment, and I don't have a receiver mute, so I have to unkey the mic and then turn to operate on my receiver. But just real quickly, do you copy me? Go ahead. Do it so you can copy him, Jay.
Not 100%, but you said something about a receiver. Bob, could you copy?
So I was just telling how he's cobbled together some equipment to get on the air.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Mike. Hey, Rusty, maybe you can copy me better. You're real strong in here. I might even lost everybody, but I have tremendous static crashes here for some reason. There's no rain real close to me, but anyway. So the route tonight, let's see. Let's start with the transmitter. It's a Helicopters HT-44 from the old Twins back in the early 60s. And my receiver crapped out, and so I'm not transceiving. So I've cobbled together enough cables to connect to my Collins 75F1, so I'm receiving on that, but I don't have a receiver mute, so I have to unkey the mic and then switch to operate on the 75F1. And then the amplifier is a 30L1 from Collins. And I'm running about somewhere between 300 and 500 watts. It's hard for me to really tell, but heck of a time. I think the trouble is going to be getting an antenna in the air. I got the station together. The old Helicopters Twins were working great, and then all of a sudden I lost all my drive out of the receiver, but I could still get drive out of the transmitter VFO and crystal oscillator. So I could make a signal, but I couldn't receive anything, so I had to hook it up to this Collins receiver. I have a complete F-line with the 30L1, but the problem with that is my microphone, which is a Shure 444G. So I have some kind of short in the cable connection, and I don't have enough oxygen with me. They're in boxes between here and Texas. And so I can't really work on anything. I've got the tools, but I don't have the parts. So that's what's happening here. A beautiful day today. Right now it's 73 degrees. Real sunny. I wouldn't expect it to be so noisy, but man, I'm getting a lot of static crashes here. So Rusty, I'm going to turn it back to you because it sounds like you're hearing me. and I'll keep going here and listening, and I hope everybody has a great night. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Net Control guys. Hello, Keegan. Charlie Delta. Back to
Okay, Mike and Jay. He said he's using basically his same equipment here. He's got the helicopter stuff, but he has to. He doesn't have the deal set up to automatically mute the receiver, so he's got to switch the receiver off and talk, and then switch the receiver back on to receive. But he said he's got a lot of static crashes up there, and he has some. He's working on some stuff, but he's having trouble getting parts up there since there's not really anybody near him there, and so. That's what's going on up there, Jay. Back over to you, KM5QS, WK5R.
Oh, okay. Okay, Rusty. Thank you for that. Yeah, I could almost pull him out of it, but just not quite. There's just enough crashes or static or something in there. But anyway. All right, just a second. Rusty, can you take it for a second? My wife needs me for a minute. I'll pick it up when I get back. KM5QS.
Okay. This is WK5R with the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. And I'm on my usual stuff tonight, the Kenwood TS590S, the TM70 microphone test cam made by TX, and dropping the homebrew GS35B amplifier into the homebrew dipole, fan dipole at about 50 feet. That's what we're doing here. So, pick up where Jay left off. I don't have a list, so I'll just check in, and if you are one of the earlies, just let us know. So who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. 95, okay, go ahead, Henry.
Yeah, good evening there, Rusty and everybody. I'm on a fairly new radio to me. It's an old TS520. It's original with the DC supply on the back, MC50 microphone, and running barefooted about 120 watts. Just picked it up a couple of days from Sammy, and just hope it sounds okay. Other than that, that's all it's about. Good morning to everybody. Back to Net Control.
All right, Henry, if 520 sounds good there, you might just be just a smidgen off frequency, but not far enough to make it make much difference there. But yeah, it seems to be working there, and you're about 20 over, so barefoot is enough for me. All right, appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you later. Okay, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
AI5OS.
WJ.
Okay, go ahead, Jim, and then I'll get that other one underneath you.
Hello, Rusty. This is Jim over in South N5WJ. I'm on my 890S. I know it ain't a boat, but sometimes it feels like it. I just want to check in, say good evening, and add to the numbers. Pardon my voice. I had some teeth pulled, but what's not fun? 7-3 South, 10-5 WJ, back to Net Control.
And I'm back, Rusty.
Okay. Yeah, you're saying good there, Jim. I know what you mean. Been there, done that. There was another station under Jim there. I'm going to turn it back to Jay and see if he can pick him up. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I copied. I know who it was. He was the last one I had on my list. So, AI5OS, Justin, your turn.
Hey, good evening, folks. This is AI5OS here in Cedar Park. I am on the TS520SE, driving the Gonzit GSB 201, going into the Drake MN2000 tuner and out onto a dipole here, hanging up about 28 feet. I have kind of a want or an interest looking to kind of get this Drake station built out. I would love to find an L4B, if at all possible. I've got some things I'd be willing to put toward it, or whatever.
So if there's a way we could make that happen, I'd be interested, because it'd be really neat to get that. I really like the Drake. One of the cables came unplugged going from the transmitter to the receiver, and I've got to figure out what jack that is specifically to get it plugged back in so that I don't plug up something wrong. But I think it'd be fun to have a full, complete Drake station up here, because I really do enjoy the Drake as well. So anyway, good hearing y'all in tonight, and sure do love getting on this thing and working this Shelf Queen. This is AI5OS.
Okay. Well, it sounds good. And, yeah, getting all them cables and stuff, but you'll figure it out. All right. Let me see. Robert, are you still listening? You got anything for the net? KK5TC?
Yeah, comment.
Okay, go ahead, comment.
Yeah, it's Don, W5DK. I just wanted to say, most of that Drake stuff you can get online, but somebody needs documentation. I've got B-Twins and transceiver books and L4 books, so somebody just has to reach out and I'll share what I got. I got some extra blue plastic that goes in those dials, by the way. When you buy one of those sheets, it lasts you for a lifetime, so if somebody needs some blue backlighting, let me know too. W5DK.
Oh, okay, Don. Justin is sightless ham, so he probably needs a little help figuring out where it plugs into, or you know what it is. That's what I think he's talking about. I'm not sure. But Justin, did you hear Don?
Was you in there, Don? Come again.
That was W5DK.
W5DK, are you in there?
Yep, I just heard you asking about cabling, so if you're needing some details about cabling or any documentation, I can help out.
Okay, he said something about somebody needed any information on cabling or documentation. He could help out there, Jay.
Oh, okay. I heard that. I was... Alrighty. Justin, did you copy that?
Sorry, sounds like I threw a wrench in there.
Yeah, where there's a... Well, anyway. We'll get it to him, Don. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Hubert checked out. Alrighty. Who else? Is there anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited this evening? Come now.
Whiskey Victor 5 India.
Whiskey Victor 5 India. Hello, Dwayne. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Jay, and everybody on the net. Dwayne up in Munster. We're on a Round Emblem Collins 32S3 to 75S3B. And a 30S1 running up to about a kilowatt into an inverted V. The microphone this evening is a Shure 444.
Well, sounds good. Everybody, well, those Shure 444s always seem to sound good. Now, I was going to tell Justin I think I got an extra one here, but I don't know where he went. So, anyway, but no, you sound fine, Dwayne. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're sounding good up here, too.
Alrighty, thank you, sir. But, well, I'm cheating tonight a little bit. I was playing with the 390A and I didn't have time to warm up the 820 stuff, so anyway, I just took the easy way out.
Jay, what were you? I was called away for a minute. What were you going to say? You have an extra what?
Oh, okay, Justin. Well, yeah, I do have I've got a couple of 444s, and we can probably work something out if you want to try one and see if it works. And if it don't, it's no big deal. Don, W5DK, was also saying he's got a lot of paperwork and information on the cabling and stuff on those Drakes. So if you reach out to him, he could probably help you with that.
Gotcha. I've got the manual and everything here. I'm sure what happened is I was moving something around and a cable got unplugged, and I've got to figure out what jack it was and where it was, because I just don't want to turn the thing on and all of a sudden I don't want to blow the receiver out. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those 2-pin plugs on the back are polarity sensitive, I think.
Well, this one doesn't have the 2-pin polarity plug. I think it actually has, because I wanted to hook the Drake up to my amplifier originally, and it looks like it actually has an accessory plug that comes out of the cabinet. It terminates into some kind of a female type connector that I don't know how. It almost looks like it's the end of an RCA jack coming out the bottom of it. It's a rather strange connector, because ideally what I think would be nice would be able to have the Drake going on the Gonza.
Yeah, we may have to go off to the side. I just know that 2-prong plug on the back of the power supply is polarity sensitive.
Gotcha. No, I don't doubt it. Yeah. No, that would be interesting to know. Interesting to find out.
Okay. Well,
the moral of the story is don't move anything.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to move anything, because my Drake station is awesome and it's beautiful, and I certainly don't want that to get messed up here at all.
Okay. All righty. All right, folks, this is the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Is there anyone else out there that can hear me that would like to check in?
WV50ZZ.
Aha. Go ahead, Don.
Don, New King, Texas, driving 830 S Kenwood. All Kenwood here with a Kenwood TL922A amplifier on the side and an antenna, the Doe Bazooka at 45 feet. Over.
Alrighty. Sounding good as usual.
Okay.
Okay, Don. Let's see. Thank you for checking in. Anyone else out there?
Whiskey 5, Hotel Juliet.
Okay, Juliet Station, stand by. There's a recheck. Go ahead, recheck.
Okay, this is Whiskey 5, Hotel Juliet, name is Hank, near Piedmont, Oklahoma. And right now I'm on my 7300. I was trying to listen on my PR4C, but I got so much noise and static here, I was not hearing much of anything. I can hear a little better on this radio. I just got this PR4C going the last week or so and trying it out. But what's the story here? Go ahead.
Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing you down here. It's a little noisy, but you're making it down here to South Texas. Thanks, sir, for checking in. Who was the recheck?
Kilo 7 Charlie Delta. You copying me now, Jay?
Oh, good Lord, Mike. No, you scared me.
Well, I had my transmitter on AM. That's probably why you couldn't hear me, because this HT44 only puts out about 25 watts of modulation. So anyway, I switched it over to, I knew something was wrong, but anyway, it's been a struggle, I'll tell you, moving 635 miles, carrying all that stuff apart, taking all the jumper cables, jumpers loose, and then putting it back together. You'd think it'd be an easy thing, but it wasn't so easy, QSL.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand. You went a lot further than I did, but I've been wrestling 75, 85-pound receivers for the last few days, and I didn't know I could still do that.
Well, I sure don't want to do it. I'm too old to be doing it, I'll tell you. And I've convinced myself it's time to start thinning the herd, because I just need a few that work, and all the other ones that I lusted after when I was a teenager, I just need to let them go, QSL.
Well, I'm almost done playing with them. So, well, one of them anyway. But we'll see. I got to make sure it's so I can give an accurate representation of it before I find a new home for it. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Anyway, I just wanted to check in. I discovered that I was on AM, and I'm surprised Rusty could hear me. But anyway, I'm running somewhere between 300 and 500 watts. I don't know exactly where I am, but somewhere in that vicinity. And Helicopter's HT44 transmitter and my FX117 has not cooperated, so I have that HT44 lashed up to my Collins 75S1, and I don't have a mute cable that I can. I've got cables, but I don't have all the little pieces and parts to make one up to mute the 75S1 because it's in a box somewhere, either in storage here or back in Texas in my garage. I have no idea where all my parts are, but until I get completely moved, I can't really do any maintenance work on these old rigs. Anyway, 3001 for an amplifier, and I did get an antenna up in the red oak trees, about 45 feet, something like that. It's 80 meter or 75 meter double bazooka, so I'm hoping that I'm still making the trip, and I just wanted to say 73, and thanks for what you do, and thanks for letting me back in.
Oh, no problem, Mike. No, you're solid copy now. So that's I'm surprised that I was hearing you to begin with. What was going on, but no problem now. All right, thanks, Mike. We'll look for you next time, or in between, or whatever, whenever you have a chance to get in there. Let me see. Rusty, I'm kind of loaded up here. You want to pick up and take over again? WK5R, KM5QS.
KM5QS, WK5R, much fine, Jake. All right, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody out there anywhere within the sound of my voice will check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now. Well, we may have done it, Lynn. K5LYN, WK5R. Back to you, Lynn.
Well, let's see. My frequency counter's playing tricks with me tonight, Rusty. How am I in terms of frequency?
You're good.
Okay, we'll continue to live dangerously. Hey, let me call Mike right quick. KL7CD. Mike, are you hearing me? K5LYN.
Well, I am hearing you, Lynn. Do you copy me?
I do. I copy you 100%. Over.
Okay. I'm like a three-armed monkey trying to operate the microphone and switch between standby and operate on this old Collins 75S1. And you know how it is. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so I'm having difficulty. But anyway, I'm on the air, more or less, and sure glad that I was able to get in there tonight.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to hear you. We'll be listening for you henceforth, and glad to know things are coming back together for you. Anything else for the group this evening, Mike?
Negative. I don't have anything else. I'll keep working on this station if I can find the cardboard boxes in storage and get the parts I need to make this thing work. I don't know what's going on with my Helicopters rig, but it's something to do with the master oscillator and the VFO output from the receiver to the transmitter. But even if I use the transmitter VFO and oscillator, my receiver is still not working. So I've got some other issues with that receiver. So anyway, I got it lashed up with the Collins, and I can hear you, and evidently you can hear me, and that's all that counts. So 73, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. You never can tell.
Okay. All right, Mike. Perfectly nice signal into Austin. This time of day, it's summer, and the skip is short, so you're doing a great job. All right, this is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin on the Central Electronics 10A from the year 1951. Anybody else want to talk to us tonight? I'm listening. Well, we might have done it. All right. I think that I've made my last stand. Jay, you want to take one last and pass it around, and we'll wrap it up probably. Over to you, K5LYM.
Oh, okay, Lynn. Yeah, we'll take another shot and see if we done wore everybody out. So this is Jay, KM5QS. Is there anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited this evening? We appreciate all y'all checking in and participating, and it's a lot of fun playing with these old deals, and sometimes frustrating, but it's always worth it, or it usually has been so far. So thank you very much, 7-3s, and we'll see you next week. Rusty, your turn.
Okay, last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Come now. I hear nobody, so like Jay said, we appreciate all y'all checking in. We'll look for you next week. So this is WK5R, now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse.